Meetings. Hi. Oh boy. So much stuff is happening. I cannot wait to hear this week's
So
update.
much.
So much. And Michelle, so cool that you got to hang out with Robin.
She was amazing. Oh my gosh. I was like, I sat next to her. So she told everybody, I'm sure you've heard her speak, and she was talking about, like not burning out and like, and just stepping out of your comfort zone and jump into the pool with your clothes on. I did.
Ah, you did it. That's
And there's a
amazing.
and there's a picture of it. She goes, and so we were going to the reception. I was like, I jumped in the pool. She goes, are you the ones that I heard about? And I was like, so I sat next to her and then I told her about the AI hackathon. She goes, I'm part of Club Itchy. I'm like, what? And she's like, oh, let's get. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. Um, I talked to a lot of people about the AI hackathon because I was at the California, Destinations California.
Hmm.
Yeah, a lot of
Oh,
meetings. My voice is like gone. I woke up
I
this
can
morning, I
tell.
can't even talk. I'm like, I'm done talking. But
That's funny.
but but I can't. But there was which I'm going to share when we talk about the production. But an insight that or an idea that maybe we haven't thought about incorporating a different part of AI that we haven't mentioned. So I'm excited,
Okay.
and I just got off a call with Snapsite, and I'm really excited to tell you about that.
Oh my gosh, there's so many things happening. Yay. Okay, well, let's kick it off with marketing. Dara,
Yep.
are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
How's it looking? I'm seeing these registrations come in.
Yes, 169. So we're currently at 169 folks registered, which is awesome.
Woo!
The
Are
number,
you running ads?
not yet. I think
Wow, that's great.
Allison was going to connect with you about that. I think that's
Okay.
on her list to connect with you for sure. So
Okay.
the next thing coming up for us, I want to make one more like hype video like we did for our Reg Live because I think that one did really well on LinkedIn and it was like really easy for people to share. So gonna do one more hype video. Summer is working on setting up our Glean In instance so that you guys can like instantly post and we can send to other people to instantly post.
Cool.
And that other people, when they say that they're attending, that they can then share something that's like, I'm attending also to amplify the reach a little bit there. Um, oh, big thing. If you guys want your name, information, your logo, anything on the website, please add it to this Google sheet that I'm about to put in the chat. I'm going to give this to Natasha if I can copy and paste, geez. Once we have it all filled out, I'm gonna close it at the end of today, just so that she has enough time to get it up. But I really want us to have everybody's information on there, so it can be your name, logo of your company if you have one associated with you, or if you just want to use your headshot and title, that's fine too. Just to show that you were like a participant in the initiative. So
That's
definitely
amazing.
make sure you fill that out. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, Megan is going to be drafting some PR announcements for us. So like a press release about the event and reaching out to some media contacts. So if anyone has any connections or places to send those to, let us know. Otherwise, we'll like do our research and reach out that way.
I have my basic list of about 10 people, so I'll send that over to Megan.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that would be great. And then one other idea
Awesome.
that we had was if we wanted to host like a live LinkedIn Q&A about the event.
Yeah.
So if anybody's interested in participating in that, let me know either in Slack or on Zoom right now, and we can get that sorted out for a day, maybe like a week before the event or something like that, where we can talk like what is the event, why did we make it? I mean, Liz, obviously it'd be great to have you on there to talk a little bit about why you initiated the project.
Hmm.
But then we could go into like I don't know, start to tease out some things before the event actually gets started.
I love that. That sounds great. So, for those of you that are just joining us on YouTube to figure out what's going on here, this is the planning meeting for Brains Behind the Bots, a totally human event that is the AI hackathon. So, for the last, how long has it been? A month now? This whole team has gotten together every week and in between all the weeks to put together all of our 7 different work streams to drive toward this event, which is going to happen on September 24th. I believe it is at 10:30 Central. And it will be the actual event that was created by all the bots and humans inside this event. So Dara's just telling me that we have about 169 people registered so far. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. We have not done any paid advertisement. This has been completely through organic, through all of us sharing with our own networks. So tell me places that people can get the assets so that we can continue to share. Is it all in our Google Drive?
So I think the best place is going to be the resource that Summer's making. I think it's almost, we're really, really close. Like we have the graphics put together. So I think Summer, we had that for like end of week this week, right? That we were gonna have this done.
Yes, that'll be ready end of the week.
Okay, perfect.
When you
Talk
have
to
it
me.
ready, let's pin it in Slack.
Sorry, Pete, say that again.
When you have it ready, let's pin it in the Slack channel.
Definitely.
Yeah, great.
We'll make sure we have it all in your hands. And that will be the easiest. Like the other version we had was more of like you wanted to make your own post and customize it. This will be like one click and it's done. So it should be a lot simpler.
So talk me through real quick on the marketing work stream. What are the AI tools you've used so far?
So I can get into a whole like what I used. So far we've done ChatGPT as like a lot of for the messaging brief. I know Megan tried out like Claude, Gemini, and I'm trying to think if there's any others. Just to test out different copy options of like which one was the best writer. And I think we ended up going with like the ChatGPT one was the best. And then
okay.
Heidi did the logo and Copilot. So we've used Copilot to create the initial concept of what the logo would look like.
I didn't realize she used Copilot for that. Wow, it's better than I thought it would have been.
Yeah.
No shade, Microsoft, but I didn't have high hopes.
Well, and she did have to go back in and put everything into Illustrator. So I think there was like a little bit
She
of like
humanized it.
the initial concept was done by Copilot, and then she had to go in and like fine tune it a little bit to make it workable. Trying to think if there's any other ones. If I think of them, I'll put them in the chat. Those are the ones that I know off the top of my head.
Awesome. And then Summer, all of the making of the resources that you're doing, are you using AI for any of that yet?
So I've yeah, I used ChatGPT for the like copy, and then I have used Canva's AI to like come up with some good looking backgrounds that might be what is like going to be shared like with social and the images I give you. Yeah, just those two. And then for the obviously the Reg site that was built with Natasha can like elaborate which what she used for that.
That was
Okay.
Replit, Replit.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Thank you. Well, anything else, Sarah, on the marketing front?
No, that's it. Just keep sharing, keep reposting, and we'll post some CTAs in the channel as we have them.
Okay, so my question for you, I know we talked a couple weeks ago about having actual video editing and putting together some of the stuff. So if anyone from your team wants to give me snippets or guidance or direction, we can have Eli go put together some behind the scenes actual videos, but I just need to give him some guidance.
Yes. Okay. Really good call out. I kind of forgot about that. So thank you so much, Liz. I'll chat with the marketing team on Friday and see what we want to get from that.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you. Natasha, let me jump over to you. So jumping to the attendee experience part for marketing, we hit the reg page, which was fully vibe coded in Replit. How much time did you actually spend after you had Replit do something to get it to be right?
2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Oh, wow, not bad. I was expecting you to be like, yeah, it took me a week and a half.
No, yeah. And I mean, and to be honest, I actually just got a new computer like within last 2 days because I had a model that was a little bit slower. So with a newer model, like if you have a computer that can handle like AI like that, it probably would have taken an hour. I mean, realistically, for
That's
what
amazing.
it was, because everything was pulled together from marketing, essentially all those pieces, taking it and then compiling a website structure with that, and then coding with it or vibe coding with it, and then what I do is I use different component libraries. So components are different like animations or interactions or things on websites that you see. Like, you know, if you hover over a container or something or a tile and it like highlights, right? Or there's like some sort of movement. Those are components, which I go look at different like component libraries online. And then I'll take it and I'll put it in either Claude or Chat, depending on which one. I'll do different ones and have them code it. So it's custom for our Reg site. So essentially just taking the code that is in the component library, plopping it into like the AI agent in Replit, or after I go through Chat and whatever Claude to have them customize it for the site that it is right now, plop it into the AI agent Replit, and then it just puts it in right away. So
that's cool. Okay, so what we have is the hyper site that was vibe coded, and then it's going to Luma, which is our reg tool, correct?
Yes.
And so that was just built out. And then for I don't even know who was a part of this process, but I am getting beautiful reports from all of these things in Slack. So I know Anka built a bot, but then there's some other bots giving me reports. What's happening there?
Yeah, I started a Zapier integration that basically takes the reg report, like it puts it in a Google Sheet and then analyzes the data. But the problem that I found is that for some reason it's hallucinating some of the data, or it's like
Classic.
incorrectly giving me numbers. So I think I need to like take it down and tinker with it a little bit to make it correct. Like the overall themes that it's giving are right, but the numbers that it's giving are not correct. So it's making me doubt the validity of what it's summarizing. So
That's interesting.
I'm gonna keep testing it, but the flow is there where it will work to send it. It's actually just getting the AI to properly analyze the data that I'm having an issue with.
Uh, Okay, and I'm just going to screen share what I see from the AI production assistant that Anka had built out for us. This is on the back end, taking all of our tasks that are due and then giving us reports every, I don't even know how often it gives it to us, but what's pending, what's in progress, and what's upcoming. So this one's not doing registration reports. This is from the back end of action reports. Do we have in Slack the reg report that you're talking about? Have you hooked that up in Slack?
It's probably if you, I think, scroll up somewhere that Zapier bot posted. Yeah, it's this one.
That's it. Okay, there it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, but the totals it's giving us here are wrong. The
They
themes are
just made
right.
them up. I love that so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. The themes are right, but the top, like the way it's totaling it is incorrect. So I don't know why it's not calculating all the fields correctly.
Okay.
So we'll keep refining it a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, super fun. Awesome. All right, Dax, if you're on, I would love to jump to you and talk about the survey results because that will feed into our content conversation. What you hearing? Dax was on. Did we lose him? Oh, maybe we lost him. All right. Well, we'll come back then. Let's see. Sarah Beth, are you on?
Sarah Beth is not on today.
Okay,
She
Arthur.
apologizes. She had stuff going on.
No worries. Stuff happens.
Stuff happens frequently. I don't have a ton to report because Sarah and I, because what we're doing, we just find it very a lot more productive that we actually co-work when we're doing the content creation. So we actually get on Zoom and I'll be creating images and then she'll pop them into Hey Jen, and then we can, in real time sort of share the outputs. And do we like that? Do you like, otherwise it's back and forth, takes forever. So we found that in our last session, in an hour, like we created a ton of assets. So we're going to do that again tomorrow. We were hoping to have that done before this meeting, so we had something to show you guys. But there will be most everything should be done by Friday in terms of the production, like the backgrounds and stuff like that, as well as much of the glitch intros that we can render by Friday. And in terms of the actual stage content, I don't really have a big report there. I mean, everybody has access to it, but
I'm going to pull that up so we can at least talk through what's going on, because I know that we have our a couple of sponsors that are going to come into some of this, and this has changed since we last spoke about the flow and what it is. So can you maybe take us through how much is recorded versus what's live now?
I don't know, to be honest with you. This is my first time looking at this revised version, so I had a bit of a crazy week. But last week we were kind of saying that one person from each team would come up with a 5-minute session, whether that's one person or multiple.
Yep. Okay, I see that. Perfect.
To sort of talk about their roles. So I don't know.
And and then I like this. Tell me about this. Is it AI section?
So yeah, the Is It AI section will just be basically just a fun, quick little interactive game where we'll
kind of like Is It Cake?
Exactly. Is it cake? We'll put up 2 images. And I mean, now with like Nano Banana, it's like, it's almost impossible to,
What is Nano Banana? Who somebody just mentioned that in Slack today. What is that?
yeah, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm like this close to just canceling my Canva subscription,
Oh,
which is just I know, is how crazy is that? How
Yes.
crazy is that? But I'm this
talk
close to
more.
canceling
I'm
my
freaking
Canva
out right now.
subscription.
I don't know what I would do without
Um,
Canva in my life.
well, let's well, if you want, I can show you. Let's just
Okay.
go
Oh, here, let me stop
here,
sharing.
maybe you want to spotlight me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nano Banana. You just go to Google AI Studio. Okay, everybody has access to this for free. Okay, you've got about a very generous 32,000 tokens per day to
Wow.
use. And if you have multiple Gmail accounts, then you're rocking. So, and you can also use Google, the VO3 model for video creation. It's limited to like 10 creations. But essentially, all you have to do is let's take a photo, something I've already got in my downloads here. I don't know, take this photo booth. Okay, so I've been doing some photo booth stuff, and I'm gonna take a picture of, let's see if we can find a person or something. Let's see, everybody gets to see my downloads folder now. Okay, here's some people.
Don't worry, we can't see it.
Okay. So I'm just going to give it a very simple prompt. So the thing about Google Nano Bananas is think about it as like AI image editing, where you can actually take these people here and put them next to this photo booth.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
not going to alter the people. It shouldn't. So I'm just going to say, put the people, I can spell, folks, people next to the photo booth. Now, one thing I learned is that whatever the last image is that I uploaded, this is going to be the aspect ratio it's going to give me. So it's going to give
Oh,
me
interesting.
it's going to give me this wide picture. It's going to put the photo booth in there, and it's going to do it remarkably fast. So 10 seconds, probably max. So let's give it 5 more seconds here.
Not like my ChatGPT, which always times out on me.
There you go.
It just combines them. Okay.
Okay, now I'm gonna say I'm gonna edit this prompt. Put the people next to the photo booth and turn it into a billboard ad that says "Yay." I don't know.
I like that it clocks it on the bottom left. You can see how long it's taking to think. Lies. You promised me 10 seconds. Whoa! Look at that. I mean, it needs work, but that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's scary impressive. I mean, yeah. So that's how we're gonna do some of the is it AI or not? We can also just put some similar texts, like a LinkedIn post created by AI, not created by AI, and
Okay.
see if people can guess. I was just gonna make it simple and just do like in the chat kind of thing, or
Okay.
use emojis to vote. Like if you think it's AI, use the clap emoji. If you think it's not AI, use the heart emoji. Instead of having another platform, another QR code, another thing for people to scan.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'll just make it
I think
fun
that's
and
fun. That's
easy.
enough interaction
Yeah.
to just get people
Yeah.
like paying
Yeah.
attention and doing stuff. That's fun. Okay, perfect. Do you have plans for some of these other interactive interstitials that are in here?
Well, we have no. Those are kind of still up in the air. We do have Henry who's in there. So I have to circle back with Sarah on that.
Okay, because some of these, I know when she and I chatted, we've got TK events, Noonify, Give, and Gotcha Finder that are coming in as supporters, sponsors. So it may be that some of these interactive components turn into our little 5-minute fireside chat of how is
perfect.
AI infusing your tool, so that, because I think part of the conversation is, yes, there are AI tools that event professionals can go out and use and do, but part of the other one is all of these tools that you're acquiring as part of your tech stack already have AI infused. So where does that come in versus you having to go kind of do stuff on your own? So bringing a few of those folks in that can share that, maybe go in here. Cool. All right. And so then that's basically our run a show for content. Looking good.
And that doesn't include the like networking experience at the end, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I did have one just to follow up from last week, even though it's not necessarily on the content side, but this is kind of like, I think, potentially one boo-boo we made in the planning process. Excuse me. I'm not sure if we figured out a solution for this. And this is definitely, if we did make this boo-boo, then definitely a major lesson learned here. But the issue that we discovered last week was that the registration through Luma is we're sending a generic link to everybody with the event. The event link is going to be a generic link. So I don't believe there's a way for us to track any analytics on the platform side of who logged into the platform, because typically on the platform side, they would, once the attendees registered, they would get a magic link with a unique identifier that's going to track when did they log in? How long did they stay on for? Yada, yada, yada.
Michelle will tell her a solution for that.
Oh, Michelle, you rock, man. Let's hear it, because this is important. I think that's like one thing we didn't take into consideration when we were figuring out the reg.
So we were having our meeting yesterday with Peter from TK, and we talked about that. And so there, and Pete, just correct me if I say anything incorrect, but basically, we will be able to track the attendee experience as soon as they come into the platform, like how long they spent, where they went, as well. I was going to save till the production part went on next, but I also obtained now Snapsite as a sponsor for us, and they are going to give us the pro, and they're going to manage the whole thing. That they said they will manage that whole part for us, and then they will provide us a report for after the experience, how people engaged with the content, like what resources they went to, and so they're also going to provide us another report on the attendees. I just got off the call with them, like
Beautiful.
before this one.
So can you just explain how that's going to work? Just so we all.
So Pete, maybe you can explain that
Sure.
better. Yeah, go ahead.
So it's not the best user experience, but basically they're going to get that generic link. They're going to hit the page. On the page, it's going to ask them to enter their first name, last name, and email. Basically, it's like a new registration, and that's going to go into the SWOGO. So it's like doing the reservation. We're going to talk to marketing about communicating that so that they can actually do it before the event. And then that drops them into a page that says enter the room. So it's basically we created a double registration. The second registration is going to be very light, and then we can match up afterwards the original registration data to the SWOGO data. And that'll give us all the analytics, the other parts, as if we did it through SWOGO originally.
That was the workaround, yeah.
So don't do what we did next time you're planning.
Yeah, don't register
that's
twice.
Okay, but that's
But there's a little bit of positive side on it in the sense that if someone sent it to somebody or they sent their email, I want my team to join, that will, that magic link would have been a little bit false. So hopefully we'll get a better side of it. And we're trying to do a little bit in the marketing of like, come in early and see the resources and the sponsors, check out the event arena, kind of like if you're doing a live event, you would be kind of going in and seeing what's going on and who's there. And we're trying to give them some incentive, like log in and get some coupon code for some AI tool or something. 10% off.
Okay.
Ichi. you know, some little thing they'll incentivize to go in there and they have to log in to get the code.
Okay, so walk me through that attendee journey again. It's like what, 24 hours before the event? People are like, when are they going to get this notification?
We've been saying 3 days.
3 days.
Okay. And then it'll be, this thing is coming up. Make sure to
Check
grab your spot or do
computer.
this thing or whatever. And then it's going to send them to a much more simplified capture opportunity in Swoogo, which is tied to Snapsite. And
Right.
are they,
Oh,
once they've, no, go ahead.
but the link will be there.
The link will be there.
Yeah, so they'll have the link that goes to the SWOGO registration.
Okay, so they get an email. They have to take this last step of completing whatever else we tell them. And then are they able to get immediately in, or are they now looking for another email again in
No,
order
they
to
can get
access?
immediately in, and they'll be able to see the different rooms, and they'll be able to see the main stage, and we'll have Glitch in there talking with subtitles, giving
Mhm.
information, those type of things.
Oh, I gotcha. So it's basically a pre-invite of, hey, the doors to the venue are open. While the event is taking place on the 24th, you have early access, early VIP access to get in here, explore around, play with the resources, and then come back on the 24th when we do this thing live.
Right, and if our sponsors have any little credit that like 10% off,
Yeah.
or come in and get the code.
Okay.
And so when they go in the exhibit hall, they would see the Clavici one, and it's the whatever 5% off code or whatever.
Got it. All right. Oh, I like that. That's a fun way to fix it. And then we
I
get
mean,
to play with even more
other
tech.
the other thing we could do is like if the day of we're like don't even bother registering anymore, we can just point people directly to that, like on the day of, if we're doing like promotions.
Like just to get in here now type of thing.
Yeah, in like the Slack channel or like LinkedIn, like all that of like it's happening today. You go directly here and log in, and it's going
So
live.
technically, you would change the registration link from the current registration to the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we could
basically
probably
the
do that on the website. Yeah.
on the hyper site, it would just not go to Luma. Instead, it would go to the Swoogo one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just wouldn't get those answers to those questions that they answered though in the survey.
But we wouldn't really like need it at
Yeah,
that point, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I did I just did a quick like AI summary of the people's answers to our current reg questions, because I know Dax wasn't on to do the survey recap. So this isn't the survey. This is just from reg what people answered of how much they're using AI, their experience levels, concerns, learning interests, and how they heard about it and like what they're most interested in. I put that in the Slack.
Oh, that's what this is. Screen share so we can all see what this is looking like now. Okay, so this is current reg. We got one more while we were talking. We're at 170. Looks like most people are claiming to be beginner to intermediate. Any other official call outs you want to make here? AI usage. For most people, AI is an experiment, not a backbone. Concerns right here. Number one, as you called out, hallucinations. This one's mine. Worry about sameness. I mean, if AI is really just karaoke and it's taking everybody's lyrics and remixing them, how do we stay unique? Good one.
Well, with that, Liz, just piggybacking off that thought, where the hallucinations and, the worry about the human, voice piece, there are like workarounds that, I mean, it takes time to find them because you have to search content creators and, pay attention to like what people are putting out there. But there are actual prompts that, I mean, a lot of the content creators in the AI sphere, they don't gatekeep. Like gatekeeping is not a thing of the AI sphere. Everyone's sharing and giving all the tips and tricks, and it's out there. It just takes time to find it, right? It's a lot of searching. But like, for instance, the human aspect, there is a prompt, like a master prompt that you can save as a project in your chat file. That it could be a place where you go to generate prompts, but it's got specialized parameters where it has, don't use certain words, don't use certain grammatics. It's like been specialized to avoid sounding like AI and more like a human. So there's different prompts and things like that that have actual had success. It's just a matter of finding them and and sharing with them. So like
Where
I
you
have
can
a
call out, don't use the word game changer. Don't give me any M dashes. Don't say the truth is. Don't.
yes, exactly. I mean, there's things out there. It's just taking time to find them and putting them together because there's just so much information, right? Like the AI series it's just constantly evolving on top of that. So it's more about finding them and then sharing them. And I mean, even for things that we talked about, like we have the book of how. I know our team has talked about different attendee experience, like post-event things that we can give and maybe share with those who've registered, whether it is a specialized master prompt list where it's for event marketers or event planners or professionals, where it's like been tried in air, like so it's different pieces of throughout an event where we might want email correspondence created for the entire event, and that's a one prompt shot. Like you can get all of your email coordinate like created for you with one prompt if it's properly prompted out. And so like I mean there's ways to put them together. So we were thinking about because I use certain prompts for myself, or I use certain like I have a master prompt list that I have saved in my file, which is it's like basically. And I actually, if I can pull it up, I'll pull it up for you. Chat, I think, is down. I don't know if any of you have had issues with chat today, but
mine just keeps timing out and doing that annoying thing.
There's some issues going on with it right now, so I'm trying to see if I can open it. But if not, I'll pop it in Slack later. But there's like I have a master prompt file where I go in, and it's a master prompt that's saved, and it's like it's supposed to respond to me in a certain way if I ask it a question. And I'll essentially just type in hello for a new chat, and it will be like, hi, I'm Lyra. I'm your master like prompt optimizer, blah, 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 blah. Here, like I need you to do this and this, and then I will give you a prompt essentially. And so like I will be like detail my prompt, like detail with Chat GPT, whichever tool I'm using. It could be Grok, Claude, Leonardo, Midjourney, whatever tool you use, you tell it. And this is my issue. I want to detail with ChatGPT. I need to write email correspondences for this upcoming event, and I need the best prompt, obviously, for this. What it will do, and it will also has parameters, so it won't just spew information back out. It might ask you questions. It might, brainstorm a few things, and then ask you more questions, and then all of a sudden, it gives you a prompt that is so good that it blows your mind, and then you put it in and you're like, oh, okay, this is why. Like, so prompting is all about trying to figure out how the LLM will respond to you. So like for instance, like chat, even Nano Banana, Google on their website, or not somewhere in Google Studio, I don't know where exactly, but they have an entire list of how to properly prompt Nano Banana for what you want. So if you need edit, it's going to tell you, put this prompt if you want to add these two photos in, and exactly here's how to write it. So it's about how you can, like how to prompt the AI to get what you want. And that's, so we were thinking about doing different, little prompt sheets for people that maybe
little resources. That'd be great.
Yeah,
I think, and I know that Joanna has kind of blown my mind with Notebook LM, which I hadn't really seen the way that she's put the stuff in, but I had a thought of, how do you use Notebook LM to write the know before you go email for your event? So if you can pull in the agendas and all the information and the production schedules and the run of shows, and then have it just write that for you, then, oh my gosh, that would save so much time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then another piece that we had talked about, so our team kind of we're talking about different attendee experiences pieces, right? Because this is a virtual event and there's only so much that we can do for virtual pre and post and during. So one thing, and I don't know if Tara's on here, so I don't know if she wants to share her, because she's the one who actually came up with the idea. So I think Tara jumped on. Is she still on here?
Yes. Yep.
Tara, do you want to share a little bit? Because I know this was you came up with this idea. So
sure, I can. So we're thinking of different ways to engage people pre-show. And the group was talking about, can we give people tools ahead of time, like play with this tool before you come and come with ideas and try this one out. And I was like, well, how do we personalize that, right? So about like BuzzFeed. So BuzzFeed quiz, right? They're like, what's your personality? And I like this flower, and I like this color, and I like this house.
Yeah.
So how do we turn that into AI?
Yeah.
So here are the things that I look for when I'm designing an event, and here are things that bug me, and here are like random funny questions. And then at the end, it outputs like, you're an AI artist, or you're a grandpa, or you're a dog, or like whatever, right? And that personality then excuse me, that personality then gives you recommended AI tools to try that fit your need if you're a developer or a creative or a whatever job function you're looking to grow your AI expertise in.
Interesting. And how would you build that out?
Oh, I can. So we actually, I'll share my screen. Actually, we started it. So we figured we might be best doing an email to the people who have registered, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to share my screen with y'all. So we started playing around with this, and giving them like a little simple survey to go through and kind of just,
How did you guys come up with the questions?
oh, Anna is not on here, but Anna is the one who ran all this. So my guess is she's using AI, obviously, to.
Right.
We were brainstorming through these, and then she used AI to generate them. Is my guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's some of these questions right here, right? So there's, I think, 8 possibly.
But it was supposed to be like a fun, playful way to get people to engage with AI, but make the recommendations for AI tools specific to what they're interested in and where they are in their learning journey, in an approachable way, right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And then we'll score them. So essentially having some sort of score, and then it builds them an archetype, right? And so using Glitch, the bot, creating possibly a, specific glitch that's more, like that's fun and playful, like different colors or different themes for, the different archetypes.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay, very cool. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like one of the things totally random a long time ago in Slack, I asked, there was the prompt of what dog would you be? What dog are you based on your what it knows about you? And like, I don't know, 90% of Club Ichi people came back Border Collie or some blend of Border Collie. And so as part of the Secret Family Reunion registration, we asked them to put that prompt in and then load a picture of the image of them, whatever dog they are. So we see all the people coming on Secret Family are also some breed of Border Collie, which is hilarious. But just getting people to start doing these things and try the prompt and then share it out there again, kind of like Glean In, just starts to share more and more out there. So if this tool that you're doing is going to give them some ideas of tools they can play with, is there a next step that says, now do this thing and go share that you did it?
Yeah. And Anna's not on here. Anna's going to be building this piece out. So she's going to help with building this out. But yeah, there should be some sort of process where we'll get it to them. So,
and we had about when it gets to that output stage, right? So again, circa 2000, BuzzFeed would be like, you're a unicorn, right? And you could put that to your Facebook at the time. So it'd shoot out that output and be like, I'm a this, like, I would love to talk to people about this, right? So maybe there's something we can post to one, drive engagement, to sign up for the show or the event, but then also drive that like engagement of, well, I'm not a unicorn, I'm a puppy, and I'm a whatever the outputs are, right? So it's kind of like engaging conversation online, but it's also driving interest to the show in general to be like, what are these people talking about? I should join this.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And there's ways you can also like create like, oh, post this on LinkedIn, like write directly like when you get your thing. And so like you could also share it to like LinkedIn or something. So there's a lot of little tips and tricks that we can make it shareable.
Oh, so great. Yeah. I love it. Oh, this is amazing.
And then one other side piece, since our team, we met yesterday, so we got through a lot of stuff. We were talking about the post-event, like attendee gifting experience, things like that. We were looking at, I know Chrissy was also trying to work with OpenAI and Claude to see if we can get any kind of promo codes. They're a little bit more difficult, unfortunately. But we do, so Anna is not on here, but Anna on Nowadays is going to provide a promo code for like a 1 month
nice
trial. So we have that. And I told Tara and I were also talking yesterday about, I mean, there's a lot of different individuals who are joining, whether you have your own business, whether you own freelance, whether you own, side hustle, whatnot. And if, someone wanted to, give a 1 month free trial to something, or, some sort of gifting experience or some sort of advertising piece that they want to include in the gift that goes to the attendees, like it's open. I would say it would be an opportunity for people to provide that since you're part of the event, but that's just for everyone to discuss and share if that's what they want to incorporate.
That's awesome. Yes, we will take all of those things and make sure that everybody gets their moment in the sun that they need for this, because I appreciate everybody's engagement and involvement in this. It's so fun to see.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, y'all. Let's see. Joanna, are you on? I could have sworn I saw you. There you are.
Hi guys, I'm on, but I just
I don't
joined.
know how you're keeping track of all of these things that each of the teams are doing to put
Well-
together for post-event. How are you doing?
Well, so well, we do appreciate we're still collecting and we're still pulling things together. I'm still brainstorming or trying to figure out how to apply the brands to the video, although we're not super concerned about that. One thing that we did decide to do is that we want to have a post-mortem. So Jackie on my team is going to lead that post-mortem, meaning after the event is done, we'll have a meeting. So we're thinking we have two sort of sections of deliverables. There's, the book of how did we get things done from the time we began conversations to the event day, and then the book of how regarding the event, like what worked, what didn't work, what are our lessons learned. So prior to the event, I believe that we'll be able to have our deliverables, whatever those are, video, PowerPoint, whatever they are, on the website as a here's your download for participating. And then also keep an eye out because we'll also be adding to that later. And we'll have the post-mortem, and then my team will create a document of how the actual event went, and we'll upload that as well a week and a half later. Does that sound okay?
That sounds amazing.
Okay.
So I have a quick question from the production side. So in the and I kind of came up with some names, and we can totally go back to Resource Center once I show you when I go next. We have up to three. We have up to three, like basically imagine screens that could hold content. So are you saying that before the 3 days before the event, when the attendees go in, they would have the book of how already there, and then maybe the other screen would be like challenges and or successes and challenges, and then maybe we come up with another resource, or what were you thinking that would all be compiled in one resource for like one screen?
I think that we can decide. Let's have a discussion. So I was not imagining, when I listen to you, I think there's 3 screens that are showing in the
And I'll show
lobby.
you next one. Yeah.
Okay.
That kind of design.
And so you're saying presenting on those 3 screens and just have the book of how running on one of those 3 screens, or all 3 screens?
So the way they made it look is like basically you hit that screen and you download the content. So it's not, I might think you can watch something, but I think you also can just upload a PDF, and then someone could just download, but basically be like the screen be like the book of house. They click on it, and then they could download it.
Or we can make it a QR code.
Or we can make it a QR code. Yep.
Oh, that's a good idea. So I'm thinking we're gonna have my thoughts. I'm open, but I'm thinking we're gonna have a video, a PowerPoint presentation, and a one other deliverable. So our choices might be a mind map. It might be an audio, like a podcast kind of thing. I mean, we can choose which ones, but those are the outputs that we have right now: video, podcast, mind map, and presentation. Now, the presentation is from ChatGPT, and the other 3 are from Notebook LM. So and we can see the differences too. So that'll be a learning. We were thinking that that's a learning too, is really understanding the output from ChatGPT versus the output from Notebook LM. But I had asked this question before. Do you guys have an opinion on what the output we should offer? I mean, video for sure, right?
So here's what I was thinking, because the way that the setup is in the event, I would not say do a QR code, because that makes you pick up your phone, and I don't want to read all that crap on my phone. I want to use it on my computer. Maybe that's just me. But what we could do is, in the community platform for Club Ichi inside Circle, we could build out a space for the AI hackathon where those things live. So the resource actually just clicks you into the community, and we can make it open so it's not gated, but people could access it. And then you have the ability to put those things, the PowerPoint, the video, all the stuff, because we can build it out there. and then it's less like we're having to go build some other hypersite in some other weird, crazy space. It all is contained inside the community. Would that work?
Mhm.
All right, so Joanna, maybe you and I can hop on and I can show you what our options are when we create a space in Circle, and then we can decide what we want that format to look like.
Okay, let's do that.
Awesome.
And can we do a redirect URL from our one? So it's the AI Hackathon Ichi, maybe help, and then it redirects to the Circle place. Because we could do the QR code, and then underneath it, that simple URL. Because the Circle URLs are massive.
It shouldn't be massive. I think it's ichi.circle.fo/whatever we call it to that direct space. So it would be nice and easy, but you can always do a bit.ly or whatever to get there. But what, I'm sorry, what do you want to redirect? The brainsbehindthebots.clubichi.ai or?
If it's a short URL, that's fine. Brandon
Okay.
would say it would stay with the same URL.
Mm-hmm. Just tell me what you need. Put me in, coach. Yeah, so Joanna, you and I can meet maybe, I don't know, Friday or mid next week, but if you have time, actually tomorrow or Friday, then we can hop on for 20 minutes.
Either one of those works for me this week. I'd rather meet this week than next for sure, because my team meets on Monday, so I'd like to.
Awesome. Let's do that. So then Michelle, it's a 3 setup. So if one of those is this book of how or all the stuff that we're going, then do you have thoughts on what the other 2 resources should be?
So I'd like to show you guys what I've kind of been working on
do it.
inside the platform. So we have a couple, so we had a meeting yesterday. There were a couple of things that occurred, but let me share my screen so I can kind of show you then what I talked to Snapsite. So I'm actually recording. Actually, I have a Snapsite light going as we speak. So I'm actually, as soon as this is over, we will have the content, the word cloud, the summary made by that. So you guys can see that. And I'll show you where I put it in.
Okay.
So let me go share my screen.
I love how excited you are. You make me so excited.
I was
to
like
listen to this.
super excited to get a hold of them. I was like, finally. Yeah, I was like, this is taking forever. Let's see. Okay, let me find where's my, I'm like, why I cannot. I just had a document. Nope. Let me open up my screen before I go. My virtual. Okay, perfect. Can everybody see? Let me go back to
almost. Bill Black coming up. There it goes. Oh, wow, look at
Oh,
that.
I went too fast. I should start again. Okay, so this is the lobby.
I love it.
So I know you don't. So I'm already asking for the furniture to be removed, but that I cannot just take away furniture. I can.
No, it's fine. I actually don't mind it as long as it doesn't have fake people, unless you can change the fake people to be little robots.
So I was going to ask Peter about that because I had an idea about that. So as you walk in, you can see that Glitch is talking, but you can't hear him. And so I asked, I was like, so we have a Peter and we have a Pete, because we have Peter from TK, right? So we're going to keep Pete for us and then Peter for TK. So I asked Peter from TK, wait, you can't hear what he's saying. How are people, and basically it's letting you know to go into those rooms, explore. Now, if you click on it, oh yeah, so I have to go away my screens. So if you click on the video, watch if I go there, you can actually
half updated operating system.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Brains
Auto
Behind the
unmute.
Bots.
Yeah.
Right.
A totally
So
human.
the reason why, I guess it's like a good practice that when you go onto websites, you don't hear sound, right? Because some people don't want that. So Peter from TK is going to try to turn this thing off. However, some people's systems might be set where they will not allow the sound as soon as they enter. So I hate to do this to the content team or the marketing team, whoever created these beautiful videos, but we need captions to be added to these videos so that just in case what Peter does doesn't like fix somebody's like settings, that they could still read what Glitch is saying. Because but he's going to try to do a workaround and turn off that feature where it's preventing us from hearing what Glitch is saying.
Okay.
Then,
Arthur, I think, did you make the video? Is it possible for you to add captions? Just for that one video, is that Michelle?
Well, it actually be all videos that we make. We have to make sure we have the captions on or been put into it.
Yeah, I think that should be doable.
Okay. And then what Peter did yesterday was, which I don't know, I don't see it now. Why it should have been at the bottom of my screen, but there's a little icon at the bottom with this chat.
You
But
got to
it's
go
not,
into the presenter mode.
huh?
You got to go
Oh yeah,
into.
right. You're right. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Preview mode. Okay, here we go. So you're in the
I
preview.
actually helped plan this
Oh.
thing, and where it nearly fried the motherboard. Before
And that's
the
why we
main
turn off the
programming
sound.
kicks off,
Yeah.
a quick tour. Down below, you'll see the chat. That's your
This
playground.
right here.
Drop your hot
Ah.
takes, your questionable ideas, or your favorite AI confessions. You'll also notice the rooms below. They're packed with information and goodies for you to explore while we get rolling. And then, when it's time, you'll go through the big door below into the main stage. That's where the humans will attempt the impossible, explaining how they used us robots without accidentally starting the next uprising. Bold move, honestly. So grab your caffeine, stretch your human legs, and get ready, because the main event is starting soon. Welcome to Brains Behind the Bots. Hello,
Okay.
humans and half-updated operating
So I have to go
systems.
out of the preview.
Welcome to Brains
Just
Behind the
going.
Bots. A totally
Now
Okay.
you can mute him.
You made it.
Oh my
You
God. See,
lived in. You
so this
resisted
was
another
it keeps
webinar.
starting over, so I'm gonna have to figure out why you
Voice.
keep doing that.
90 minutes ahead.
Uh-oh.
Real event pros showing you how AI actually helped plan
Okay,
this
quiet,
thing,
glitchy.
where it nearly fried the
Glitchy.
motherboard. Before
Glitchy's
the
glitching.
programming kicks off,
He is, and
a
this
quick
happened to me
tour.
last night. I was like,
Down below,
oh my gosh,
you'll see
you
the
didn't stop.
chat. That's your playground. Drop your hot takes,
Okay.
your questionable ideas, or your favorite AI confessions.
So
You'll also notice
All right,
gosh.
we'll get out of preview mode.
they're packed with information and goodies for you to
I'm not in
explore
preview
while we
mode.
get
Oh,
rolling.
no.
I'm gonna go
okay.
out, I'm gonna go out of
Then-
the okay. I'm gonna go out of the room. So that's an issue right there. So like that's happening. I'm like this because that happened to me yesterday. I'm like this. Why does it keep? It just kept going and going and it wouldn't let. Okay, so I don't want to go back to that because I don't want him to start talking again. But in the lobby, you saw that there's the two screens on the other side of him. I didn't know what we wanted to put for content purposes. Arthur, I don't know if you're designing that already. I didn't know if we want to like spotlight our like our special speakers that are coming on to do any like type of the interactive activities. But
Mhm.
we do need to put something for that content. I just put that Brains Behind the Bots just for a placeholder. But as you could see, like the background moves, I kind of made like this glitching, like kind of moving like aspect. And then so in the sponsor, I call it sponsor sector 7.
Mhm.
So now that Liz, when I was listening to you, you named off, I think 5 different sponsors so far, right?
Yes.
So then we're full because we have now Snapsite.
Yes.
So then what I've done, and I'm going to show you. So I was just messing with yours yesterday. I was like, let's just, so I can show everybody what it kind of would look like. I messed with yours, and this is not yours at all. But I was just to show you guys kind of what what you could do. So
Mhm.
I put in your logo, and then like you could tell me like what you want on behind the TV monitor, and so
Mhm.
like, and then you could push play, which I actually added one of your YouTube videos, and then but when I hit play, it didn't play. So I'm gonna talk to Peter from TK about that.
Okay.
And so you can customize your archway. Then you go to your contact us. You can kind of have like this little reception counter with like request a follow up or book a meeting. You can add your company logo and you can add yourself an avatar.
Okay. Natasha, do you think we should give one of those booths to Anna for nowadays since she's coding some stuff? Because if we did that and took away the Clubici one and made Clubici just one of those other things in the resources page, so it doesn't need its own booth, it's just like a click out thing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she would love it. I mean, I can't imagine why she wouldn't.
Perfect. And I'm actually putting together, I was trying to figure out a way to use AI to build like a quick like how-to video to send to our sponsors for like what are the what are the dimensions of the
Yeah,
assets
what do
we
we
need?
that's perfect.
Just so
Yes.
that so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. So now let's go into back to the room. Let's go to the main room. The main room. So I called it the command
Wait,
center
before you move on
because
to the sponsors,
huh?
before you move on to the sponsors, there's 2 nice things there. We can
Oh.
send a link out to
Oh,
the
that's right.
sponsor, and they can access that room, so they
And do
can
their own thing.
actually
Okay.
Yeah, right here.
Cool.
test it. And then we'll also have a testing email that they can use to see the lobby and everything, so they can see how it'll be in the final environment,
That's great.
but they can't edit.
So it's
Okay.
like this. So that's how it kind of looked like when they'd walk
It
in
looks
the
so
space.
cool.
Yeah, so I was just messing around with it yesterday just to see how it looked,
Mhm.
because I'm gonna be the ones building. So I want to get familiar with like like how I need to build it. And so then when we go to the command central, so this is the main space. And so I used our little glitch, and then I kind of like, and again, we can just change this. I made this with Manus. And actually Manus made me two versions. He made me a static version. He also made me a GIF. And as you can see, like the background is moving in the background behind it. And then on this far left, you have the snap site. So this is where the content gets created. So what the attendees could do, they could click on it. This actually QR code, if you guys wanted to scan it, this will take you to our production meeting yesterday that we recorded, and it will show you all the summaries, the key, the key summaries, the highlights, and the does a word cloud, and it gives you like the whole transcript if you wanted to see our meeting yesterday.
That is so cool. Look at that.
So I thought this would be the best way for them to be able to access this. They can click on it, or they could just scan it with their phone because they're supposed to be on the desktop anyway, using this platform.
Okay.
So I thought about you, Liz, when you mentioned we should have robots as people. I really wanted to do that, and so but I don't know how to. I have to talk to Peter.
Yeah,
from
I don't know that
TK
you
to
can
see.
change them. Yeah,
Right.
but it'd be cool if you could, or mix the people in with robots, like have a couple of them in there.
So I'm going to ask about that as well. And so then our last place was I called it the data dump, but we can call it whatever we want. But this is kind of like the three screens I'm talking about. So you have like a little background you can put in, and I'm not really loving, like, it looks kind of like compared to our other rooms, this kind of looks like more normal than the kind of futuristic.
Yeah.
Even though I did add in this background, that's moving background, but so I'm gonna talk to Peter to see if we can like customize this space a little bit more. But this is where they're talking about when it comes to those three screens where they can go to get the resources.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. The screen maybe right there in the middle is the Book of How, and that takes you out to the space on Circle where Joanna can put all of the things that people need access to. We could maybe use the one on the left to just be a Club Ichi thing that could throw them out to the main, what the heck is this group that put this on? And then we'll figure out what the last resource is. And then it's sending them to all the right places. And then we'll free up that other booth.
Yeah. And then also, as we were building yesterday, there was a new concept. I'm like, what is this agenda button? And they're like, oh, Michelle. So I already went in and filled in the agenda. The times are incorrect because it doesn't let me, it only goes based off every 15 minutes. So I got to talk to Peter from TK so that we can edit this because our sessions are not 15 minutes. They're like 5 to 7. So, but this is like the overall, each section kind of in a way so that people can come here, they can kind of see what's going on. So I already created that. That's done.
Wow.
And so, yeah, so we have the lobby. Hopefully he's not going to.
Hello.
He's starting to talk. I'm just going to stop the share on that.
Oh, glitchy.
So,
Well, and then we have the two chat bots. You want to show the two chat bots?
You made it.
Huh?
You logged in.
You want to show the two
Resisted
chat bots?
the urge to binge another
Oh, yeah, the chat box,
replay
yes.
instead.
He's still talking.
We've got 90 minutes ahead. Real event pros showing you how AI actually helps.
So we got so I guess he fixed that thing. He did the workaround because obviously now the sound is coming. And so now
when the sound
this is maybe the
starts
reason
coming and
why
it won't stop coming.
This is the reason why maybe people have turned off the sound because of this that situation right there. So I'll talk to Peter about that. But yes, there is the chat box. Pete, you want to talk about the chat?
Well, we have both.
Yeah.
So we have the one that you can ask questions
Yep.
through Glitch, and then we'll have just a regular traditional chat. So
Oh, meaning one is interacting with a bot that's answering questions about whatever we feed it, and the other is actual interactive chat that's live talking to other people.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yes. And so just for like housekeeping things we want to talk about for production size, the day of the event, we all, Peter suggested that we all be in Slack, right? We all be in Slack together for us to communicate with each other in case anything is like going wrong, because, we obviously don't want to use the chat here, on the, and that we all should also be logged in through all of us should be also logged in through this chat so that we can be, networking and engaging with others. So there's an issue with, Pete, what was the thing with the issue with the date? So the date is showing September 20, somewhere in our documents.
Yeah, we've been fighting it all along because it feeds off the data and it's that kind of ghosting or whatever you want to talk about it. But originally we had a 23rd date in a lot of our notes. So it keeps pulling that date instead of the 24th. So she's programmed the bot. Basically, we need to give her a new file that's going to program the bot.
Pete, I'm currently stripping the Google Drives to put together like a Word document because you have to upload either PDF or text files to the bot to train it. So I'm kind of just having AI put together the documents so then at least I can fix any glaring issues that are coming out and then we can go into the playground and test again because I've tried multiple ways to try to get it to think 24th, but it just won't. It keeps pulling 23rd.
So we'll talk to Peter about when you can give that file to train the one for the event.
Oh, he gave me access so I can train it whenever.
Okay.
I heard somebody say that think of AI as your summer intern who doesn't actually know how to work and doesn't have to because his dad's the CEO and he can't get in trouble, but he speaks with full confidence.
But so Liz, would you like to I don't know if you like want to introduce me to some of the sponsors so that I can reach out to them. Okay, so then maybe you and I can just discuss about, so we can give them a deadline or I can help them or give them the link so that
Can
we
you just
start
send me a little screenshot of that Ichi booth that you built out so that I'll send the email and I'll be like, this is what you're getting. Michelle can give you all the details on sizes and graphics and things that she needs.
Sounds great. Perfect.
Beautiful.
And then, so yeah, we got a lot. I feel like we got a lot accomplished in this one little week. And oh wait, so I was at the California destinations, and they had one of the speakers was this young kid. He must have been like early 20s. I was like, why is he going up there to talk? So he has I think like 3 million followers. He basically created this technique that how he holds his phone and how he creates music videos. So his last music video, what they did was they wore the Meta glasses, and as they were gonna film, they asked Meta, what image should we put out there? Meta. And Meta directed them what they should be doing during the music video. So I was like this aha moment. I'm like this, wait a minute. We haven't used Meta glasses. Maybe one of us, I don't own a pair. I don't know if anybody on here owns a pair. Maybe Meta should be but we wear the glasses maybe during one of ours, and we asked Meta as we're planning to see what insight he provides.
How much are Meta glasses?
I don't know. I was
there. Let's see, $300. Okay.
So what they did was they wore the glasses when they went. We did like the activities the activities days, like we had activity time. They wore them on like the catamaran, and so they were filming content as it. And he created this like social media video in and literally not even 24 hours, but basically of different people who wore the Meta glasses recording it, but then he showed us how he also used the Meta glasses as like when they're developing like content for videos or or anything. They wear them and then Meta told them exactly what to do. And so the video that he showed was a music video of his rap video. And as they're filming, they're like, oh, they were like on this like card. Oh, what kind of design should we do with the car? They're like, oh, you should make a heart. That's a Meta. So at the end of the music video, like the car made this heart like in like the ground, like in like the dirt. And so they're like, so I just like, oh, we haven't done that. So I was like, I like rushed up to our meeting because I was running late. And I was like, Meta glasses, we have to use Meta.
All right. Well, Michelle, I think I should buy you a pair of Meta glasses, and then are you coming to IMAX? You can bring them to IMAX, and we can all take turns and see them. So hang out at the Club Ichi clubhouse, and we can like do a Meta glasses night. Oh, and if you're coming on that Monday when we're doing our hosted buyer experience, we're going to go to well, I can't tell you because it's a mystery trip. So, but then we could video that whole thing.
I will change my
flight. Let's connect.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. But I just thought it was like a different aspect that we really hadn't thought about.
Yeah.
Utilizing that type of AI. Meta
yes, Arthur. I totally fell for Michelle's plan. I'm good for a pitch, man. Bring it. All right, team. This is incredible. You're doing amazing work and it's all coming together beautifully. Keep up. Talk every 5 minutes in Slack. We'll continue going and it's